Welcome, everyone, and thank you for joining us for another Healthy Hustle. My name is Ron Matchett, and I'm the Digital Media Manager here at New Earth. Last week, we kicked off a series all about yoga in celebration of International Yoga Day, which is happening later this month. Today, we're continuing that series by exploring how yoga can help you with another important aspect of your health: stress. No matter who you are, what your day-to-day looks like, stress is a part of all of our daily lives, and it can wreak havoc on our health if we don't have ways to release it. This is where yoga comes in. Yoga is a great tool to help you add movement to your day and to help your body and mind and release that stress. Today, we'll continue with Jill Nelson, a yoga teacher, reiki master, and wellness educator who's here to explain and take you through some of the simple poses that'll help you let go of some of that stress.
Okay, so you've mentioned this a few times. A lot of us are sitting, we're at a computer, we're dealing with high levels of stress. So stress has been a factor to a focus today, but for important reasons. So how can we incorporate different yoga poses throughout the day to add a little movement and ease the stress? Because, you get off a phone call that maybe didn't go as well as you wanted, and you're like, ugh, or a deadline or whatever. How can we kind of take it from here and bring it back down to here as we move through our day?
Totally. It's a great question. So there's something that I've learned recently, actually, and I'm in training for Ayurveda, and it's called bookending. And this is something I already did before, but I didn't realize there's like a term for it. So now there's a term called bookending. At least this is what my teacher calls it too. Where if you know you're going to be in a stressful situation, you start it with, and like you can't get out of it. You have to go to this meeting, that there's someone that just really bothers you, or maybe puts you down, or just maybe creates a lot of anger or heat or whatever, right? It's not going to be a very positive environment, even if it's maybe going to your in-laws, or whatever, So you start it maybe with something that's positive, and then you also, when that not super happy event is happening, you end it with something that's positive. So for me, for something that would be really simple, breath work I actually say breath work is the key to yoga. So breath work is actually more important than the poses and the postures, or perfecting the poses and the postures. Because if we're holding the breath while we're doing a pose, the pose, the full effects of the pose aren't going to happen. Because, if you think about, like, if you get a knee injury, energy kind of gets stuck in your knee and can't flow all the way down to the leg. So a lot of times people will actually get what's the word, when you get like water retention, or different things start to happen because your body isn't flowing fluidly because there's a blockage in your knee. So same thing happens in just other ways in our life. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So if you are about to walk into an office and maybe you're sitting in your car, you can take a few twists, right? So twists are always going to help release any tension that the spine's feeling stuck in. But then back bends are going to be great for if you feel sad, if you feel depressed, if you feel just gloomy, or just like blah, like I just don't have the energy. I just don't feel like doing this. I don't know why, So whatever spectrum that is, back bends and any just heart opening is going to help just kind of break that open. So a lot of times I can just, if I turn my chair, I can grab the chair and just kind of pull and just kind of stretch myself forward. And that just all those pectoral muscles that have been kind of covering myself, protecting myself, now are like, oh, I feel better. And actually, there's studies where you can put your hands here, and if you hold it for 2 minutes, the Superman effect or something, right? You hold it for 2 minutes and you actually do release endorphins in the body, and you actually do feel better. And that's because your heart is opening up. And so I would say, if you're going to a place where you feel nervous or scared, heart opening poses, or if you're feeling sad or that sort of thing. If you're going to, or if you leave a place where you're just like on fire and you're just so upset about something, then twist you can think of as cooling and calming. So you could just do the twist with the breath, right? So you breathe in, and then when you twist, you're breathing out, imagining like the air or the anger or whatever is moving out of your body, right? So, and you kind of do that a few times until you feel calm. And forward folds, like it's just putting your head down by your legs or by your knees, or if you can straighten your legs out. They don't have to be straight all the way. You know, a bend is great. But then, if you have your legs up, you just kind of relax, and just that this movement relaxes our parasympathetic or sympathetic system. So that way our body and our system can be like, oh, I'm safe, right? And then that anger kind of softens down. So that kind of like a few good, depending on what you're going through, would be kind of good things to add into your day, because we all experience, I mean, with your kids, you might have a moment in the car when you pick them up and you're like, right? Breathe, like 3 big deep breaths, right? Or, just life moments happen. And so it's just those reminders, like the 3 deep breaths are like the best, I think, to practice.
Awesome.
Thank you, Jill, for those helpful tips. No matter what your day has in store for you, bending, twisting, and breathing are 3 tools that you'll always have at your disposal to help you relax your body and ease your mind. And like Jill explained, bookending these tools around activities may be tense or stressful can do wonders to help you manage that stress and keep your body and mind as healthy as possible. If you're interested in learning more about how you can use yoga as a tool to improve your overall health and wellness, stick with us through this series. Thank you for watching today, and we'll continue this series on Thursday this week for our next Healthy Hustle. We'll see you then.